I think more than anything, they're just really afraid of being taken away somewhere.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo. The Lucky Ferals.
It is 10 a.m. and here's Boo. He's in his room. I'm getting the house and the cats ready because Grandma and Grandpa are on their way. All the cats just finished their breakfast, so I'm going to clean up their plates. The kittens had their breakfast downstairs. The only thing I need to still do is scoop all the litter. Here's Stella. She's laying on my bed. Here's Simba. He's on the bed also. And there's Splash. He's on the cat tower looking out the window. So today these cats are going to have free roam of the whole upstairs. I'm not letting the kittens up because they're just going to hide anyway. And I really don't trust them by themselves while I'm out of the house all day. So it is about 10:20 a.m. and I'm trying to explain to the kittens that they have to stay down here today, but they want to come upstairs because that's been their routine. But I'm telling them that they're gonna just hide anyway because that's what they've been doing. Whenever Grandma and Grandpa come here, they just all hide for the day. So they ate their food, and then I gave them a can of food that I split up between all of them. And they ate that, so then I gave them a small can. And there's still a bit of small can on the plate, so I'm not going to give them any more food. I might give them a little bit of crunchies just to keep Nancy quiet. So I have nature videos on the television for the cats, and if they want to watch that, they can watch that today. The cats are going to be fine. Once Grandma and Grandpa and I leave for the day, then they're going to come out from hiding. But when Grandpa and Grandma first get here, they're all going to run and hide. I just put a handful of crunchies on the plates. There's Ringo and Nancy. That's Nancy's favorite food. Like, she'll cry until she gets crunchies at night. So I always give her a little bit just to keep her quiet. I have to not leave much food on these plates because it is ant season now, and I have seen a few down here. I haven't seen a whole trail of ants down here yet, just some stray ones, so I'm trying to keep it that way. So I don't want to give them too much food so that the food just sits here uneaten. It is 9:45 a.m. and I'm downstairs with the kittens. I just came downstairs. Good morning, Sammy. And I wanted to talk about what happened yesterday with the kittens because I did not get to film much or anything during the day. Hello, Richard. Good morning. Good morning, Richard. Good morning, Nancy. So what happened was the kittens went into hiding. As soon as they heard Grandma and Grandpa in the house, they hid. I mean, and they have hiding spots. I have no idea, like, where they hide. It was crazy. I was only able to locate, like, 2 or 3 of them, and I had no idea where the others were. So that's what happened. And then we went out for the day, and we didn't get back till about 6:30. And last night, I checked the security camera footage to see, well, what were the cats doing during the day? So after we left the house, like, they came out of hiding and they had a normal day. They were relaxing, they were playing, they were sleeping in their beds, they were looking out of the windows. It was a normal day for them. But then when we got home in the evening, it was so funny because you could see the cats relaxing in their beds and just doing, cat things. And as soon as they hear us come in the house, they all get up and their ears perk up like they're on high alert. And then when they hear us walk across the house, I guess toward the kitchen because we came back with some dinner to eat, then they all just scattered and ran, and it was crazy. And a little while later, I came downstairs and I came down with Grandma and I wanted to show her some of the cats because I found like 1 or 2 like where they were hiding. And yeah, there was no finding some of them. And another thing that happened later was Sammy came out and I was holding Sammy and I went up the stairs with her and I was calling to Grandma. I was like, Grandma, come here, come see Sammy. So Sammy was fine until she heard Grandma start walking toward where I was holding her. Like I was holding her near the kitchen door. And when she heard Grandma step into the kitchen, she freaked out. I had to put her down, and then she ran down the stairs and hid. Right, Sammy? Yeah, she was totally freaked out. So these cats, there's a lot of work to do with regards to socializing these cats. But I think more than anything, they're just really afraid of being taken away somewhere. They're so happy here. They don't want to go anywhere. And I think that's the big issue. They're super happy together, and they're super happy here. And they're like, we don't want to go anywhere. You are not taking us anywhere, and we don't want anyone to come and take us away. I really think that's why they're hiding, because they're afraid someone's going to take them away. Right, Sammy? So then last night, after Grandma and Grandpa left later in the evening, it's like they leave and the cats come out. And I gave them some treats last night because I wanted to make sure that everyone was okay. Everyone was okay. And yeah, that was what they did. It is 9:30 a.m. and it is a gray and rainy day. Look at the sad cherry tree. Most of the blossoms have fallen off. Here's Boo. Good morning, Boo. Let me tell you what just happened to me. So I woke up from a dream, and in the dream I was staying at a resort. And it was so nice, and there was a pool, and the weather was warm and sunny. And when I woke up, I was like, wow, I could really go for something like that. So what I did was I logged into my hotel rewards app. And when I did that, I found out that I have a free night's reward that expires today. Like if I don't use it today, I lose it. So last summer, I had several reward certificates that expired at the end of June, and I had to use them before the end of June. So in my mind, I thought I had another few months for this free night's certificate. Unfortunately, I don't. So what I did, because the weather today and tomorrow is just solid rain, is I booked a staycation at another one of the local hotels. It will also be the first overnight trip for the kittens downstairs. And I have to get them set up and figure all of that out. So my check-in time is around 3 p.m. today. And right now it's almost 9:30. I have some other things I need to get done this morning. I have to get something done before 11, and then I have a few other things I need to get done before 3. And then I'm just gonna block out all that time from 3 until about noon tomorrow. Hey, Splashy. So I can enjoy myself at the hotel and relax and catch up on some reading. I have a whole pile of books that I want to finish reading. It's like I start them, I never have a chance to finish them, and maybe catch up on a few other things that I haven't had time for. So I'm really looking for some quiet time without a whole bunch of distractions. So I'm going to set the upstairs cats up with their automatic feeders. And then I will also set the downstairs cats up with the automatic crunchy feeder. And I'm also going to have to give them like an extra litter box. I might have to go buy 1 or 2 bags of litter today. I'll have to see. I just came back from Petco and I purchased this container of cat grass specifically for Simba, because I'm growing some cat grass on the windowsill in the kitchen and it's not ready yet. And Simba's been looking at it and looking at it and looking at it. And I keep saying, Simba, it's not ready yet. It's not ready yet. So when I saw that they had this and it's totally fresh, it's never been cut or anything, I picked him up a container of cat grass. The other cats can enjoy it also, but he's the one that's been looking for it. So I went to pay for it. I bought 2 boxes of litter for $12.99 a box. So that would come to about $26. And then I bought this. And when I paid for it, the cashier goes, that'll be $38 and some odd change. And I was like, okay, how much was the cat grass? Thinking that must have been around $10 just for the cat grass. And sure enough, This was $9.99. Of course, they don't put the price on the shelf with the cat grass, and I think it used to be like $7.99 to buy that, which was high to begin with. Now it's $9.99. I mean, you could grow your own cat grass for a fraction of that if you get the cat grass seeds, and I normally buy them by the pounds on Amazon. And then you get the growing medium. I use the cocoa core discs, and just grow your own. And I'm so used to growing my own and not paying for it that I was completely shocked when I paid for it. It was like $9.99. I was like, oh my gosh. Happy birthday, Splash and Simba. Did you enjoy your cat grass treat? It's 11:08 a.m. and I'm just about to bring some food down for the kittens. So everyone's having a late breakfast today. I have not eaten anything myself yet today, so it's really kind of like a day for brunch. And here we have 6 of the kittens. Where's the 7th one, and who are we missing? Ringo? So this is what Richard does when I try to walk down the steps. He just sits there like Simba used to do. Simba used to do the same thing, except Simba learned how to move. Move, Richard! Okay, good boy. Good boy, Richard. Let me walk. I don't want to step on you, okay? Let's walk. We walk downstairs. So this toy has been a wonderful babysitter. I put it on for the cats a little while ago, and they were happily playing with it. And then last night, every time Nancy was crying by the door, and I had no idea what she was crying about. I think she was crying because she wanted this toy. I would put the toy on and they would be fine. And then like a half hour later, she'd be crying at the door again. I'm like, what do you want? She's like, I want the toy on again. So I'd put the toy in again for her. So this has been a wonderful cat sitter. The cats are eating their breakfast. They're having homemade raw food today. And I did mix in 1 can of Fancy Feast Naturals. So like 1 little 3-ounce can, to see if they would like that, if they would eat it better with less toppers on it. But these kittens always do well with whatever I give them. And I'm serving them on the platters today just because it's going to be easier to clean up. I'd like to get out of here in a few hours. It's about 2 p.m. right now, and I am filling up the automatic feeders with dinner for tonight, which is right here. So there's some frozen homemade raw food, and that will defrost itself over the next 5 hours. A little tiny bit of crunchies and some freeze-dried chicken. And then tomorrow for breakfast, there's some crunchies, and there's some of the Nature's Variety Instinct freeze-dried raw bites, and then there's some freeze-dried chicken. I'm not giving them too much food because I don't want anyone gorging and vomiting. So they're getting a portion that's on the smaller side for them, but that's fine. When I get back, they could have some treats, or they could have an early dinner. And this is pretty much the same amount of food that they have been getting for dinner, so that should be fine for them. And these are now programmed to go off 7 p.m. today for dinner and 7 a.m. tomorrow for breakfast. It is almost 2:30 p.m. and I just set up this automatic feeder downstairs for the kittens. And there's some crunchies in the trays because I just tested it out to make sure that there's no jam inside the machine or anything. So what I've done this time is, instead of using the round stainless steel bowls that came with this automatic feeder, what I did was I took those stainless steel trays that I got at Daiso a while ago, and I put them on the floor. Now, I had to put some poster tack underneath them so that they won't move, because I know the cats will move them around. Because what happened the last time that I used this automatic feeder, I set it up here with the 2 bowls, and there's nothing that keeps the bowls attached, and there's really nothing that keeps the divider here on the feeder, like where it is, like it's not permanently attached, it's just like held in there because the feeder like sits on top of it. So what happened last time was, at some point the cats were like running back and forth, and they knocked everything like all around, and it was all over. So I said, what can I do this time to try to keep everything in place? And that's why I put poster tack underneath both of those trays. There's a little piece in each corner, and hopefully it will hold the trays on the floor so that they don't move around. And if the trays don't move around, then hopefully the automatic feeder won't move around. And the trays do a really good job of catching the food, and they also disperse it nicely so that multiple cats can eat at the same time. So we could easily fit like 3 or 4 cats on each tray, and potentially all 7 cats could eat some dry food at the same time. So right now it dispensed a 1/4 cup of dry food, but I have it set to dispense 2 cups at 7 p.m. The other automatic feeders upstairs are going to go off at 7 p.m. also. So hopefully everyone in the house will be eating at the same time, and there will be a cup of dry on this tray and a cup of dry on that tray. And so that means each cat will have about a 1/4 of a cup of dry, a little tiny bit more than a 1/4 of a cup of dry each. Then this is also going to go off again at 9 p.m. with 2 more cups of dry. And then the following day, 7 o'clock in the morning, it'll go off with 2 cups of dry. Then I have a little extra feeding set for noon. I just want to make sure that there's enough dry food here for the cats so that they all get some. And I'm also keeping my fingers crossed with this automatic feeder, as well as the automatic feeders upstairs, that they don't attract ants. And right now it's been raining all day. It's supposed to continue raining all day and rain all day tomorrow. So the weather could either work in our favor with regards to that, or it could work against us with regards to that. So last year I noticed that every time it rained, I felt like it would flush the ants out, and I would always see more ant activity in the house. This year, there hasn't been as much. I don't know if it's because the large trees that used to be near my house are no longer there. I don't know if it's because I put some pesticide outside earlier this year. But right now I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that we don't get a whole bunch of ants down here because of this feeder. And the same thing upstairs. I'm really hoping that there's not a whole bunch of ants attracted to those automatic feeders upstairs. So this is a big experiment. And there's Ringo. Right now all the cats are pretty much just relaxing. There's little Eva. She's laying on the couch. And yeah, so this is their time of day to just rest and relax. Okay? And I'm probably going to leave the TV on with nature videos for them. And I also need to set up some more of the security cameras down here so I could check on them. Right now there's one camera down here, and I took the others upstairs to recharge them. I also just set up their extra litter box. So I had scrubbed this outside like last week or so, and I just filled it up with some fresh litter, and I vacuumed in here a little bit, so these are much cleaner than they were. The floor has been vacuumed. The litter is all in the litter box, and this is what it looks like now. What is it going to look like when I get back? It's almost 4 p.m. I wanted to leave here about an hour ago, but it took me longer to get stuff ready than I thought it would. So there are 4 cameras down here, so I could see what's going on pretty much from every angle. There's little Eva, there's Ziggy, there's Nancy. I don't know where the others are, but I'm sure they're all relaxing. And I'm leaving the TV on for them with nature videos. The automatic feeder is all set to dispense them dinner and breakfast. The air purifier is on, the night light is on the air purifier, and there's plenty of fresh litter. And I also gave them an extra bowl with some extra water. Here's Stella and Splash. They're relaxing on the bed. Okay, guys, I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Enjoy the rest of the day. See you tomorrow, Stella. Simba is up in the penthouse. And here's Boo. He's been relaxing on the sofa. Okay, Boo, you hang out here. All the cats have their jobs, so we're good. Okay, Boo? All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching this Lucky Ferals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.